everyone, it's Jen with Timeline Tarot. We're going to take a look at your love life as of Wednesday, July 16th, 2025. I'm going to begin with Aries, work my way around the zodiac wheel here, ending at Pisces. Timestamps, as always, will be in the description box. I've set the intention of this reading to be for your sun, moon, rising, as well as your Venus placements. You're welcome to look at any of those placements or maybe another one that you regularly follow. If you're not sure what your placements are, also in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Take a look at that site and then just come back here and click on the timestamp for the respective placement or placements that you wish to view. Also, keep in mind, my love, it's a collective general reading. It is not individualized nor personalized to you. Therefore, messages may come through today that don't fully resonate. And if that happens, don't get upset. Just means that one message is meant for someone else of your sign or your sign's placement. So just take what fits, how it fits, leave what doesn't. And of course, if you would like a one-on-one live Zoom tarot reading with yours truly, please visit my website, thetimelinetarot.com, for more information. With all of that said, let's begin. Hello, Aries. Let's take a look at your love life as of Wednesday, July 16th, 2025. We have lovers, a passionate connection, a shared vision and values, and past life connection. Someone with heavy influence from a past life is with you. Whoa, I love this for the Aries collective. Tell me more about lovers and past life connection for Aries. Sun, moon, rising, as well as Venus. One more shuffle now. Thank you. First card out, my darling, we have the Page of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the Three of Swords, the Sun card, the Ten of Cups, and the World card. Bottom of the deck, we have Ace of Swords, Four of Wands, and Queen of Cups. That leaves Justice, Nine of Swords, Knight of Wands, and a Star card here at the bottom of the deck. I love this. I think that you do have a choice in lovers. I'm specifically speaking to a group of you where you have a choice here. And I say that because I have two queens on the table. I mean, for some of you, it could be a same-sex relationship. But I typically don't read body parts as a tarot reader. I feel like every card in the 78 card deck is just energy-based. But it's possible for some of you this is a same-sex relationship, but I do have that Lovers card here, which is kind of like the original Lovers card in tarot, and then I have two Queen energy, so it's possible. I'm going to read this two different ways for you. For some of you, you do have a choice between two. It's possible that you have a relationship with one person. Maybe you share a home with them or some type of established residency or long-term commitment. And that might be like your home base, your structure, right? Your solid connection. And then for others of you, you have, a secondary individual here that you see as your wish fulfillment. Obviously, in having to make a choice here between the current stable partner and maybe this other individual, there would be like some type of Three of Swords moment, and you would have to end the connection. Now, for some of you, you have one and the other. For others of you, you have one, but you're not very happy there. Maybe you're dreaming or fantasizing about ending that connection with the hopes then of meeting someone else. So we're going to get a little bit deeper now into the message. Tell me more about the Queen of Wands here. Who is the Queen of Wands? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Queen of Wands, clarified by Two of Wands, Nine of Wands, King of Swords, and then who is that Queen of Cups there? Who's the Queen of Cups? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Queen of Cups is clarified by the Hierophant, the Seven of Cups. Oh, and the Hangman is in the reverse. I did cleanse all of the decks before and each card in every single deck here. So I guess I accidentally, inadvertently put the Hangman in the reverse there. I apologize. I typically don't read reversals. I mean, I can, so I'm going to leave it in the reverse. But if you've seen my readings before, 99.9% of them, the cards are in the upright. So for some of you, again, I'm going to read this two different ways. I could be speaking to an Aries or an Aries placement where you have this individual, the relationship is structured, it's solid. It could be someone you're married to in that Hierophant energy. This is someone, though, that you are very confused about in the Seven of Cups energy. I typically, I could read the Seven of Cups two different ways. Sometimes Seven of Cups, because it's Neptune and Pisces, could talk about fantasy and daydream. But then it could also talk about illusions and confusion. Because I have the Hangman in the reverse here, I feel like it's leaning more towards illusion and confusion. So you have, for some of you, you have this structured, stable partner. You're a bit confused. You're confused about how you feel about them. You're confused if you want long-term commitment. You feel like you've waited too long. The connection isn't growing, and you're kind of seeing the truth of the matter here with the Ace of Swords, that maybe it's just time to give up on that connection. And in that respect, it appears here that you have another individual. You see them as wish fulfillment. 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. You're already communicating with this person. However, in order to move forward, that Two of Wands tells me you're at a Y point. You either, need to let that person go or this person go. And obviously that would result in some type of Three of Swords heartbreak for one of these individuals. And I'm sure to yourself to some degree when you have to close out one of these connections. Eight of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, and Justice. For some of you, you do have two. You're clearly deceiving one in order to communicate or be with the other. When I see the Justice card, it tells me something is unfair or imbalanced. And this is kind of the universe telling you, like, hello, it's time to wrap up this cycle where maybe you're living double lives. Let's say for some of you, you don't have two. You very well could be in a long-term committed relationship. And although it's structured and it's solid, you're kind of fantasizing and daydreaming about, well, what else is out there in the world? You could be feeling like this person is not really your person. You could feel more like contractually obligated to that individual. With the Hierophant card, there's still something heartbreaking here about closing out the connection, but you're kind of daydreaming about what it would be like to be with someone else. So take those messages, how they resonate to you. For some of you, you have a choice between two. For others of you, you don't have two physical choices. You're just in one relationship while you're kind of daydreaming about the possibility of having another. That is what I have for you, my love. That's your current love energy check-in as of Wednesday, July 16th, 2025. If you like that message, resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, Aries, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Taurus. Let's take a look at your current love life as of Wednesday, July 16th, 2025. We have divine counterpart, a divine connection sent to you from the angels. And then you have expansion, pursue bigger and greater endeavors. Okay, tell me more about this here for Taurus, divine counterpart, and expansion. What do they need to know about this for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus? Sorry about that, Taurus. I started shuffling the deck and then the battery was going to die on the camera, so I had to plug it back in. So let's get back in to your reading here. You have divine counterpart, a divine connection sent to you from angels, and then you have expansion, pursue bigger and greater endeavors. So tell me why this is here for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. One more shuffle here. Thank you. First card out, my darling, we have the Three of Swords. We have the Queen of Cups. We have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Hierophant card. We have the Page of Wands. And we have the Hermit. Bottom of the deck, we have the Magician, we have the Seven of Swords, and we have the Eight of Pentacles. That leaves Justice, Four of Pentacles, 10 of Cups here to the Death card at the bottom of the deck. Tell me more about this Three of Swords here for Taurus. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Three of Swords is clarified by Five of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, and the Empress. And why is the Hermit here for Taurus? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Hermit is clarified by the Sun, the Knight of Swords, and the Nine of Wands. And why is the Magician here for Taurus? Why is that Magician card here? One more shuffle. Thank you. The Magician is clarified by the Six of Wands, the Two of Wands, and the Nine of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we have Judgment to the Four of Swords, to the Wheel of Fortune, to the Two of Swords, to the Lovers there. So, Taurus, I feel like you either have just ended a connection or you're kind of currently still in the connection, but it's been heartbreaking for you. So that Three of Swords is sliding scale. However, whatever degree of heartbreak this has been for you, it's still existing in your energy. You haven't quite yet fully healed from it. It's like that's happening over the course of the next 4 weeks for you, but it's been like an ongoing struggle. So for some of you, you have already closed out this connection. For others of you, you're still existing in it. But again, there's this feeling of heartbreak and disappointment. I feel like in that Five of Cups, you didn't expect this connection to end or maybe even to like end the way that it is. For some of you, this has been like a slow ending with that Seven of Pentacles. It's like we're really stretching out the ending here. And that's just amplifying the disappointing heartbreak that you're experiencing. For others of you, it ended quite some time ago, but you still have that lingering pain, again, that you haven't quite healed from. I feel like the message here for both of you, whether you have already, disengaged from this connection, or this is just kind of like slowly coming to an end, is a feeling that I get here. There's something here for you to realize that that connection was not the end all be all for you. You're sitting here as the Hierophant energy. And it's like if you were just to get a little bit outside of your comfort zone in that Page of Wands, that's a minor arcana card to the Fool card. The Fool card is, I'm ready to take the leap of faith and see what else is out there. The Page of Wands is the minor card. So it's like, I just kind of have to discover what's out there before I take the full leap of faith. Fair enough. But the message here is like that relationship that's ending or coming to a slow end is not the end of soulmate, soul bond connections for you. And if you just looked a little bit outside of your comfort zone, or maybe just even like opened up your mind a little bit, you would realize that that's true. That Hermit energy says that if you did do some soul searching and you went within, you would know that you would be able to find love again. It's, you know, it's not going to elude you for the rest of your life because this connection here is ending. I do see you here manifesting success in love, and whether you realize it or not, you're actually manifesting to become independent and autonomous of this connection. So like, what do I mean by that? If this connection has already ended, but there's still some residual pain and heartbreak, this is saying that maybe part of you, maybe to your friends or to yourself, you're like, well, I really wish that we could reconcile and get back together again. But your thoughts consciously and subconsciously are like, I never want to go back to that again. There was lies there, trickery, deception. I put a lot of hard work and effort into that connection, and that person betrayed me. So even though maybe outwardly you're telling others, or maybe even like to yourself, you're like, well, I really would like to reconcile. Subconsciously, you're like, God, I hope that person never comes back again. And I don't know if you realize that you're manifesting that, but you're manifesting the Nine of Pentacles, which is one of two very singular energies in the minor arcana portion of tarot. Nine of Pentacles and Nine of Cups. And for those of you where you're in this and it's kind of like this slow ending, same thing. You might be telling friends or maybe even trying to tell yourself, I would really like to work on that connection and try to save it. But subconsciously, when you're washing dishes and stuck at the red light, your real inner self is manifesting, God, I hope that that just comes to an end and I can be free and independent and autonomous to move on with my life. So maybe you haven't made like that final judgment call yet. And that could be because there's still some healing work that needs to be done. But Wheel of Fortune, Two of Swords, the Lovers, it's like in time you are going to make the decision here to move on, to expand, to see whom else or what else is out there for you. Now, I don't think you're going to jump from one relationship to another. I really have never known a Taurus to do that. Usually you need some stretch of time to heal. So again, this is a very specific message. It's either going to resonate with you or it's not. But I've tapped into a group of you. Either you've ended this, and because you're still lingering in the pain, you're thinking to yourself, I don't think I'm ever going to find anyone again. And it's like, that's not true. And even if you're outwardly telling people, oh, I would take him or her back if they came back around corrected, you wouldn't. Subconsciously, you're manifesting to become independent and to find someone else. And same thing for those of you where you're in a connection where it's like slowly dying. Again, maybe outwardly or to yourself, once in a while, you're trying to deceive yourself and say, well, I would work it out. Subconsciously, you're hoping to become independent again, because there's a realization here within you that if I just, heal and expand and broaden my horizons, I will find a soulmate or a divine counterpart. So both groups of the Taurian collectives, at least subconsciously understand that this individual, whoever you were or maybe currently are in a connection with, they're not a soulmate or a divine counterpart after all. And if they are, even if that connection is ending, subconsciously that there is someone else out there for you. So that's what I have for you, Taurus, in respect to your current love life. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Gemini Twin Gang. Let's see what your love life is doing as of Wednesday, July 16th, 2025. We have abundance, an inflow of money, love, and rewards. Love it. And then you have energy activation. Connect to the divine through meditation or prayer. Okay. Tell me more about this here for Gemini. Why is abundance and energy activation here in respect to their love life for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus? One more shuffle here. Thank you. First card out, Gemini, we have the Ace of Cups. We have the Ten of Pentacles. We have the Strength card, the Page of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, and the Moon. Bottom of the deck, Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and the Magician. Well, there you go. There's your manifestation there through meditation and prayer. That leaves the Eight of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, and the Lovers here. at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like the Gemini collective here is actually doing double manifestation. It's like double duty here with the Two of Pentacles. It's like on one hand, you're manifesting love, and on the other hand, you're manifesting money. There's really no shortage here when it comes to manifestation abilities for the Gemini collective. The Magician card, you know, not to laugh, but the Magician card is mercurial energy, right? It's ruled by Mercury, and that actually is Virgo and you. So, yeah, you're definitely taking advantage right now of that energy, of the mercurial energy that you have. And with that Two of Pentacles, it's like on one hand, it's an Ace of Cups, and on the other hand, it's a Ten of Pentacles. So I've tapped into a group of you where you want it all. And you're kind of tired of just like doing it on your own is the feeling that I get here. I don't know if that, maybe that'll make sense just for one person. So what I mean here is you want someone to do life with. That's the overall feeling. You're manifesting here to go from Nine of Pentacles, which is one of two very singular energies in the minor arcana portion of tarot. This is I'm single, I'm abundant, I'm good on my own. But the Queen of Pentacles, and it could be King, I don't read body parts, you could be a masculine, but this is I'm speaking to a Gemini where you're single and you're abundant and you're manifesting to be with someone for the long run. In that Queen of Pentacles energy there. You want to be partnered up. You want to be someone's wife or husband or companion, lifetime companion here. It's like, I want love and I want money, but I don't just want it alone. So it's actually a trifecta here of you're spinning a lot of manifestation plates here. I want love, I want money, and I want someone that I can grow both with and enjoy both with. You are communicating here with someone. What is this Page of Swords here? What is this Page of Swords here? One more shuffle. Thank you. Page of Swords is clarified by Ace of Swords, Justice, and Eight of Wands. Okay, it's clearly not going to tell me. I have the Fool card here, Seven of Wands, and the Devil to the Ace of Pentacles. So I want to get one card on that Devil. I know the Devil gets a bad rap in tarot, but astrologically speaking, in terms of placement, that's actually Saturn and Capricorn. And Saturn and Capricorn can be high vibe, can be low vibe, like any other astrological sign right here on the zodiacal wheel. So I think for some of you, this is more high vibe, but I just want to get one card on the Devil. I'd like to give as accurate of a reading as I can for the collective. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Okay. Actually, 4 cards came out. 3 of Cups, King of Swords, 5 of Swords, King of Cups. Yep. This is high vibe in here. So basically, Gemini, what you're doing here is you are saying, I want it all. I've tapped into a group of you where you're like, I want it all. If I'm single, I'm manifesting to be partnered. And in that manifestation, in that partnership, I want someone that I can have unconditional love with, Ace of Cups. I want someone that I can build with. We can join our resources together and we can make our money, make even more money for us in the future. That Moon card to the Magician tells me you're very emotional over this. You're really doing your new moon rituals and your full moon rituals, and you're really manifesting to the best of your ability. And it's a little bit emotional for you at this time, because I've tapped into a group of you where you're really desiring true partnership. And even for those of you who are currently partnered, you're just looking for a deeper connection with your person. And I think you're communicating here. So for those of you, let's say you're currently in a connection, I think you are going back and forth with your person here. Ace of Swords, Justice to the Eight of Wands. This is just kind of back and forth of like, this is what I want. Are you on board? You know, that type of thing. I don't see a lot of I was going to say heart cards. I don't see a lot of cup cards here on the table, except for that Ace of Cups. So this could be more or less you telling your person what you're desiring from them, or what you would like the two of you to build one day or have one day. Very well could be something like that. But there is ongoing communication here. Now, for those of you where you don't have anyone, I still am saying, and I've been saying this since probably the second week in June, this is the time for you to get out there and find someone. So if you're shut in and you're like, well, I'm manifesting my person, where are they? If you're shut in, you're not going to meet your person. So there's definitely a need here to get out into the 3D world, or put up a really nice online, dating profile or something like that. Because if you were to do that, if you're a single Gemini looking for that, you're manifesting it, and you're able to make yourself vulnerable, then yeah, I think your manifestation here is activated. And I think very quickly you're matched with someone, or you meet with someone and you have communication. I do see you being obsessed with financial abundance. This Ace of Pentacles, you're working really hard. That's high vibing Saturn in Capricorn energy there. The Seven of Wands to the Devil to the Ace of Pentacles is like, I want what I want right now, and I'm willing to put in the hard work. I want this new beginning. Fool card to the Ace of Pentacles to the Ace of Cups. So again, I feel like you're firing away on all cylinders here. I want love. I want money. I want someone I can grow with. If I haven't met someone, I want to meet them. If I have someone, I just want to deepen the connection. Five of Swords sandwiched between the King of Cups and the King of Swords is, I know exactly what I want, and I will fight hard and I will play hard. But this is, I will win at all costs kind of energy here when it comes to matters of money and matters of the heart. So I definitely have tapped into a group of you. Look at this. Wheel of Fortune, the Tower, the Six of Pentacles to the Death card. You're like, it's my time. I'm done waiting. I'm going to put some effort into finding my person, strengthening the current connection, finding a way to make money, making my money make money for me. I definitely have tapped into a group of you where you're currently firing on all cylinders. There's nothing here indicating burnout that I can see, but as someone who's done that, I'm going to caution you to take it easy. Just take it a little easy. I know that you feel activated, energetically speaking, and you should, right? Because Jupiter, who rules our opposite sign of Sagittarius, was in our sign for the last year, was in our zodiacal placement up there in the stars. And although it's debilitated, you know, when your ruling planets, when your ruling sign's planet is in your sign, it's debilitated, not just for you, but for the entire zodiac. So maybe you did see some really high highs and some really low lows when it came to love and money. But it's left in the last month. It's done. It's out from Gemini. It's now transiting Cancer. It's not going to be back in our sign for another 11 years. It's a little bit sigh of relief for us anyway. So this actually is the time for you to be manifesting and working on love and money. Like, this is definitely the year. If you're not doing it, you're going to miss the chance to have the love of your life, or, you know, find that a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, if you will. Again, you're going to have to put in the pentacle energy to get the work done. But if you're able to do that, then yeah, you're going to see your manifestations come in at rapid speed. And that Wheel of Fortune actually is Jupiterian energy. So I feel like this is definitely the time for the Gemini collective to start firing away on both cylinders to get everything that they want. But again, I caution you not to do too much. You're going to have to definitely create some downtime here for some rest and relaxation. But as long as you keep putting in the effort, what you want is definitely on its way to you. That is what I have for you, Gemini. That is a little snapshot there into your current love life as of Wednesday, July 16th, 2025. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Cancer. Let's take a look at your love life as of Wednesday, July 16th, 2025. You have leap of faith, taking a risk, stepping into the beauty of the unknown. Little Fool card energy there for you. And then you have realignment, shift your perspective for a gained sense of clarity. Alrighty, tell me more about this here for Cancer. Why does, or how does leap of faith and realignment pertain to their current love relationship? Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. One more shuffle here. Thank you. First card out, my darling, we have the Ten of Wands. We have Justice. We have the Five of Pentacles. We have Judgment. We've got the Tower. My God. And we've got the World. Bottom of the deck, we have the Devil. We have the Five of Cups. And we have the Queen of Wands. I'm going to take this too with the Magician card there. Oh my God. To the Lovers, to the Star. How could I not for you? That leaves Death, King of Wands, Ten of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. King of Wands to the Queen of Wands. So you decide who you are. Looking at the, feeling the energy, for me, tarot is all about energy. You're the Queen of Wands, whether you're masculine or feminine here. So, leap of faith and realignment. It's a collective general reading. And I always tell people in collective general readings, claim them how you want. Please do not allow tarot to dictate your entire life for you. You can denounce a reading. You can claim a reading. You can say, yep, divine, that's what I want. That's my reading. I want to be on that timeline. So, and you can say, or no, that's not what I want. So I want you to claim this how you want. For some of you, it's a past person. For others of you, it's a new person. But there's something here that obviously you had a connection that came to an end. Ten of Wands. When I see the Justice card in a love reading, it tells me the relationship was off balance. Either you were giving more and they were giving less, or they were giving more and you were giving less. Somewhere there was an inequality in this relationship. It became too burdensome for you. You felt left out in the cold. You felt abandoned. You felt emotionally neglected by this person. For some of you, you decided to walk away. And for others of you, the other person decided to walk away. So whether it was by force or by choice, someone made the judgment call to end this relationship. Judgment to Tower to the World is, I can't do this anymore. Now I see you here in the Queen of Wands energy. Again, whether you're masculine or feminine, doesn't matter. I only read energy, not body parts. I see you here being forged through fire because of this experience. The Devil to the Five of Cups is low vibe energy. I was just explaining to Gemini, the devil card in tarot gets a really bad rap. Astrologically speaking, it's the placement of Saturn in Capricorn. So, which is, you know, the other zodiac sign here. Not every Capricorn on the face of the planet is toxic. So a lot of tarot readers do a great disservice to the devil when the minute they see him, they're like, oh, toxicity. The devil card is one of those really unique cards in tarot that you really need some clarifying cards around it to understand whether it's a high vibe or a low vibing energy in the reading. And so for, you know, a high vibe Capricorn is determined or goal orientated, they're successful. Low vibing Capricorn will want those same things, but for all the wrong reasons, for ego, for toxic codependency. So, you know, again, every sign here on the wheel has a positive and negative trait. So when I see the devil to the 5 of Cups, for me, that is more of the lower vibe Capricorn. This is incessantly thinking. This is almost like 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords feeling of the heartache and the trauma and the loss of this connection. Again, whether it ended by force or by choice, there's still this feeling of, I can't believe that it ended. I can't believe it ended that way, or I can't believe they walked away from me, or I had to walk away from them. This whole process, and I think this card here says shift your perspective. There was a need here for you to there's a need here for you to shift your perspective, to see that relationship and its ending as something that was beneficial to you. Even though devil to the 5 of Cups doesn't feel too fucking good. I just got demonetized for cursing, but it is what it is. I have to tell you how I'm feeling. It's not a great feeling. I've been there. So again, either by force or by choice, you needed this because in that connection, you were a little too soft. You're a water sign at the end of the day. You're lovable and you're cuddly. But if you're low vibing Cancer, you're going to allow people to walk all over you. And so it's almost like the source, the divine universe, whatever you want to call it, decided you needed a little toughening up. You were in a connection with an individual where there was a lot of injustice and it was not fair to you. So you kind of had to be forged through fire. Now that you're forged through fire, we have you in the Magician to the Lovers to the Star card. This is you now actively manifesting with the divine. You understand what healthy love looks like because you just left the connection that wasn't healthy whatsoever. So you're manifesting a love partner. You're manifesting the man or woman of your dreams. You, again, it's almost like I can see you here having a checkbox list of, you know, these are the qualities that this individual has to have. And I really do think you're actively manifesting for wish fulfillment here when it comes to a romantic connection. Your wish fulfillment is coming in. Death card to the King of Wands to the 10 of effing Cups. This is your counterpart. Okay, King to the Queen of Wands, that's a soulmate connection for me in tarot. These are two individuals who are highly attracted to one another. They tend to be entrepreneurs, very creative. The King and Queen of Wands of tarot, they're the business builders. They think outside of the box. Very passionate. They take very good care of themselves externally, okay? They could have a little ego on the downside. Again, every card has a low vibe energy to it, but high vibe, these are individuals who leave the house looking good and smelling good and feeling good and all of that. You have this individual coming in. I'm not going to tell you it's rainbows and unicorns and fairy dust from here on out, but to have a love partner come in that you're manifesting and he or she is coming in with the 10 of Cups, that really is emotional fulfillment. That's let's combine families or have a family together, or if it's just you and me against the world, we're a family, you know, just between the two of us. So this is beautiful. Now, this is the part that you can claim, the death card, because a death card could mean the ending or it could mean a rebirth. So you can claim this portion how you want. This person is coming in. You're actively manifesting them. You can claim and manifest in that this reading pertains to the past partner coming back, now looking at you as an equal, now loving you like an equal in a more fair, balanced playing ground. And you're not going to tolerate what you tolerated in the past because you leveled up through the entire experience with this person. So you definitely could claim it that way. For those of you who are like, hell no, I don't want the past person, claim it as a new person. This would be a rebirth in love with a new partner who, again, sees you as their equal and treats you as such. So that's what I have for you. Either way, you're about to take a leap of faith when it comes to love. So if you want to take a leap of faith with the past person, claim it. That's what you're calling in. If you want a leap of faith, you know, with the new person, claim it. And that's what you can call in. But that's what I have for you. Your love life is about to radically shift and change, whether that's with a past person or a new person. I'm going to leave that entirely up to you. That's what I have for you, my darling. That is a little snapshot, energetic snapshot into your love life as of Wednesday, July 16th, 2025. If you like that message, it resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Leo. Let's take a look at your love life as of Wednesday, July 16th, 2025. We have happiness, new discoveries that lead to celebrations. Love yourself first. Oh God, I love this for you. And the next card, we have peace. Peace and contentment are coming to you. All righty. Tell me more about this here for Leo. Why is happiness and peace currently in their energy in respect to their love life, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus? One more shuffle here. Thank you. First card out, the Two of Cups, Six of Wands, Five of Swords, Three of Cups, Nine of Swords, Page of Pentacles. Easy does it. Bottom of the deck, Ten of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, and the Hermit. Okay, Four of Cups, Justice, King of Wands, Hierophant, Ten of Swords, Queen of Swords, Eight of Cups. Okay. You have someone new coming in. I wish I could tell you it's a past person. For those of you who want the past person. Now, I'm going to tell you the same thing I told Cancer. In collective general readings, please don't allow tarot to dictate your freaking life, okay, and what's happening for you. If you want to claim this as a past person, go right ahead. If you want to claim it as a new person, you can do that too. And sometimes readings just don't resonate at all. I'm going through a lot of stuff with my person since his surgery, and I'm a Gemini sun, I'm a Scorpio moon. I feel like the two of us just got thrown off of the timelines for both sides. He's an Aries moon. I feel like no reading, not that I do, not that I'm watching from any other tarot reader, is aligning with what we're going through. We've just been halted because of his real major surgery that he had. So again, if it's not your reading, don't be offended by it. Just not your reading. You can check another placement. But this is what I have for you. I have here that you had, or you either had this ending, or you are in the process of having this romantic connection here in your life. And there's been a lot of fighting here. There's a lot of conflict. I don't think the two of you are on the same page whatsoever. I think that you, and I'm not pandering to you because you're my subscriber and you're watching the channel. I would be a divination abuser if I gave you the wrong message here. I feel like this person is showing up in your energy here as a Page of Pentacles. I hate to make it hierarchical, but I kind of get the feeling here like this person, they could be younger than you. Yes, they could be maybe, slightly more immature than you are. That's quite possible. I get the feeling here this person doesn't really know how to love. I feel like they love in little increments. I'm not trying to make excuses for them or to tell you that you need to take this person back. Like, that's not what I'm saying at all. I just think that this person, whether it's your past person or the person that you're currently in, like currently in a relationship with, I just kind of see them here showing up in Page energy. It is a soulmate, soul bond connection here. At least that's what you're desiring. You're like, I would really like to meet my person. I would really like to have victory in love. Two of Cups, Six of Wands. But every time I enter a connection and I feel like things are going well, the bottom kind of drops out from me, Five of Swords, and we start arguing. And maybe then we make up, maybe we don't. For some of you, this is a pattern. It's either a pattern within the same connection, or it's a pattern like from one relationship to another to another. I think I found the one. Everything is great. Holy shit, what happened? We're fighting. We're not on the same page. Oh my God, this person's so immature. We're getting back together again. I love them. They love me. A rinse and repeat type of feeling here. I feel like that is over. Like whether you closed it out or you're in the process of closing it out, I think it's closing out for you. Now, I think what you don't see coming is another person. I do think this is a new person. I think you're so used to playing it small. Hate to see that with this Page of Pentacles. You've got a King of Wands coming in here. It's almost on the heels of this connection ending. I think you're a lot smarter and a lot wiser now since this connection closed out. But you have someone else coming in, and I don't think you're ready for it. I don't know if some of you are not even going to acknowledge this person, because I have the Four of Cups here. And the Four of Cups is, I'm still emotionally dealing with the loss of this other connection. These Three Cups at one time were happy and now they're spilled. I'm kind of reminiscing and focusing on that and the heartache that came with that loss. And so here comes this new Ace of Cups, almost like a gift from God type of thing. And you're like, I don't know if I'm ready. And look, if you're not ready, you're not ready. I get it. But Hierophant to the Ten of Swords, to the Queen of Swords, to the Eight of Cups. Like, I think this is why you're not ready. You either have already detached from this person, but there's still some residual emotional pain, if you will, that you've got to, work through. For others of you, you're literally in the process of closing this out. We then have the Six of Swords, we have the King of Swords, we have the Two of Pentacles. Yeah. Some of you with that Page of Swords, when you start communicating with this new person or you're introduced to them or you meet them, you're going to feel like this Two of Pentacles energy. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can start a new connection on one hand, and on the other hand, I still have not even processed the loss of the other. I feel like this reading here is to tell you, you don't have to enter the new connection if you don't want to. You can take it very slow. You don't have to enter it at all. At the end of the day, you have to do what is best for you. You're wiser and smarter now. If you're not feeling this new connection or you don't feel like you're ready for the new connection, you can tell that person, hey, I'm just out of another relationship. I'm not ready for this relationship. Maybe the two of you stay as friends. And then a month from now or 6 months from now, the two of you start dating. So, you don't have to be a total, jerk to this person and be like, I'm still getting over heartbreak. They don't know that. You know what I mean? This person doesn't know that. So you could say something like, hey, I'm not ready for a relationship. I think the message here is for you. You need to focus on your own happiness and your own peace. And you need to guard that, at all costs. So if you're going to enter the new relationship, just do it very cautiously, continuing to check with yourself. Don't get trapped in what happened to you before. Everything's great. I got on blinders. You know what I mean? Rose-colored glasses. Oh shit, what just happened? Fighting, argument. Oh my God, this person is just so emotionally immature. They're just like the last person. So I feel like peace and contentment here are yours. I see the Hermit to the Peace card. I feel like this is yours. It's your duty, so to speak, your responsibility to protect your peace at all costs. If you want to enter this relationship, that's fine, but you need to love yourself first. You need to put yourself first. You can't wear blinders and rose-colored glasses and ignore the red flags, And I've been saying, and it came up in a conversation I had with a friend recently, the proof is in the pudding. I never understood that saying, to be quite honest with you, but the proof is in the pudding. So this new person telling you, we're going to do this and we're going to do that, and then they don't do this and they don't do that, don't make excuses for them. Put your peace first and your happiness first. You learned some really hard lessons from this past connection and the other ones. Don't fall for the same BS again, basically. And for those of you who are like, I'm not ready, I'm still processing the other loss, that's fine. Just when you meet this person, and I do think you're meeting them soon, probably in Leo season, I just would tell them that you're not ready. Leo season, I believe, begins July 22nd. And then we've got the new moon in your sign on the 24th. So I would just take it super slow with the new person. And if, like I said, you don't want to enter the connection at all, just tell that person that you're not ready. I think at the end of the day, this time around, you need to guard your happiness and your peace at all costs, because you just dealt with someone who is very emotionally immature, regardless of their age or the car they drive or the income that they make. Again, I hate to make it hierarchical, but I've been seeing this in your readings for a while. And I think that's why it's so important, whether you enter the new connection or not, that you put yourself first this time around. That's what I have for you, Leo. Quick little snapshot there into your love life as of July 16th, 2025. If you like that message, resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Virgo. Let's take a little sneak peek now into your love life as of Wednesday, July 16th, 2025. We have denial, failure to accept a situation, unhealthy cycles or addictions. And then we have manifestation, law of attraction, thoughts become things. Okay. Tell me more about this here for Virgo. Why is denial and manifestation doing here? What is it doing here in respect to their love life at this time? One more shuffle here. Thank you. First card out, Justice, Two of Cups, Eight of Swords, King of Pentacles, Five of Wands, Hangman, the Hierophant. I'm sorry, I'm laughing at you. The Lovers, the Two of Pentacles. What are you doing? What are you doing? Leaves the Page of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Five of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. Okay. I've tapped into a group of you where you have a new soulmate. This person is on path. You don't see this coming. Eight of Swords. You do not see this person coming. You're looking right at them and you don't see them. The King of Pentacles to the Five of Wands to the Hangman. I almost feel like you have been manifesting a love partner, whether you realize it or not. And maybe for some of you, you are doing your new moon and full moon rituals. Great. Maybe you're manifesting during meditation. Fantastic. But for those of you where you're not doing that, subconsciously, while you're at the red light, in the shower, washing dishes, doing laundry, you're desiring a partner. I've tapped into a group of you. You're single Virgos. You've been manifesting a love partner, whether you realize it or not, because again, your thoughts, become your reality here. This person is now entering your life. You don't see them coming. And now that they're coming in, you're like, I don't want this. I didn't ask for you to be, I didn't ask for you to be here. So some of you are going to pause. You're going to hesitate. Someone's like, where the hell did you come from? What do you mean? Where did I come from? You manifested me. I mean, the person's not going to say that to you, but I'm kind of speaking on their behalf. What do you mean? Where did I come from? You asked for me. You literally asked for me. And here I am. And now you're like, I don't know if I want you. I don't know what you're doing here. I see you hesitating, and you're hesitating because there's a part of you that is going back to that last relationship you had that was toxic and codependent and left you abandoned or ghosted you, or, you know, left you emotionally depleted. And I just feel like you're having a tough time letting go of that, or seeing this person differently. You're holding on to that, to the pain of the past. You have been asking for this person, and Archangel Michael is bringing you this person. So if you're sitting there going, well, where the hell did you come from? Them up there, they're bringing you this person. And I feel like for some of you, you're going to be like, nope, I don't want this. So I'm just letting you know, currently in your energy for the collective, there's new energy coming in. There's a new soulmate, new soul bond connection. And I just don't know how ready you are for love. So I'm going to tell you to get ready. Now, you don't have to enter a relationship with this person, but you do have someone new coming in. And this it's pretty solid soulmate when I see Two of Cups to the Lovers card. Tell me more about this person. Clarify this Two of Cups to the Lovers. Let's do a joint clarification. I feel with the Hierophant, this is someone you have the same shared goals, vision, ideals, maybe same political beliefs, same morals. This is an individual who wants what you want out of a relationship. And that's why I kind of feel like it's a little heaven sent here. Like this is literally what you've been asking for. Tell me more about this person. One more shuffle here. Thank you. We've got the Hermit. We have the Six of Wands. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Look at that match. King to the Queen of Pentacles, to the Two of Cups, to the Lovers card, to the Ace of Cups. It's a very, very strong soulmate connection here. Ace of Cups, 10 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles. I think you're afraid of love. I think you think it's going to be a heavy lift. But you've been calling it in for a long time. For some of you, a really long time. But it's here. This person is here. I have a second message for some of you. You're already in a relationship with this person, and you've been hesitant to take it farther. You're afraid because what happened last time, and you're in that same thing, denial. Yep, I'm in a relationship. Nope, can't be love. Nope, not going to marry this person. Nope, not going down that road. But this is the one. Now, it's just a, general collective reading. So please don't go, accepting anyone's proposal tomorrow or asking anyone to marry you. Obviously, use discernment and your intuition here. But this is someone who's wise like you are. This is someone who's experienced like you are. This is someone who wants a life partner like you do. King of Pentacles to Queen of Pentacles, that's the marrying king and queen. That's someone who says, hey, let's come together and build a family, or wealth together. Let's be together for 10 plus years. These are the kings that come, kings and queens that come together and create the 10 of Pentacles. So definitely this person here appears to want success in a long-term partnership. They have the same vision and values that you do, and they are a soulmate. For some of you, this person's in your life and you're very resistant to them, even though you're engaging in a relationship with them to some degree. And for others of you, you're like, nope, I don't need anyone. I'm good. Meanwhile, in the back of your head, you're hoping and praying to meet this person. Well, guess what? Ding dong. They're here. They're coming in. And I would prepare myself for that. Again, your thoughts are becoming your reality. And whether you realize it or not, you can say no to this person when they come in. But you, at the end of the day, you asked for them. That's what I have for you, Virgo. Quick little energetic snapshot there when it comes to your love life. If you like that message, resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Libra. Let's take a look at your love life as of Wednesday, July 16th, 2025. We have balance, juggling too many things at once. Find time for yourself and spread your wings. Confidence that leads to freedom and growth. This is so on point with what so many of you are dealing with. And for some of you, it's work related, right? You're in a crazy work environment and you're trying to find balance and you're hoping you can find another job. For others of you, it's some other type of long-term commitment, relationship, friendship. So tell me why balance and spread your wings are here for the Libra collective. Sun, Moon, Rising. as well as Venus. When it comes to their love life, why is this here? This is giving me like Two of Pentacles energy, that balance card. One more shuffle. Thanks. Spread your wings is kind of giving me Page of Wands energy. First card out, Three of Pentacles, Page of Cups, Ten of Swords, Queen of Cups, Three of Wands, King of Wands, bottom of the deck, Ace of Swords, Three of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. Easy does it, my love. Bottom of the deck, Seven of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, Devil, King of Pentacles there. Ace of Cups, Nine of Wands, the Hangman here at the bottom of the deck. I know it's a love reading, but because I see that King of Pentacles and I have, you know, did I have another Pentacle card here? Oh yeah, Three of Pentacles. If it's job related, please don't stay at a job that is toxic, where they betray you, they backstab you. Please branch out, you know, put some real I'm going to make it really quick because it's more of a love reading. Please put some serious Pentacle energy into looking for another job, because there literally is another job out there waiting for you. I know that maybe you don't want to start up again and find, you know, find another place to work, but why are you sitting at a job that's Three of Swords and Ten of Swords? This is horrific in terms of job environment. So please put in the effort. You have another job here waiting for you that'll pay you a hell of a lot more than what the current job is. All right, let's dive into love. I've tapped into a group of you. I don't know how else to say this. It's been coming up in your readings a lot. Your relationship is coming to an end. I don't think I'm telling you anything you don't know. I think you have love for this person. Some of you have a child with this individual, or children with this individual. I think there's a part of you that really wants to work on the connection. And then at the same time, there's a part of you that wants to let go. I think you're a bit confused. Three of Pentacles, do I work on it? Three of Wands, do I see what else is out there? Do I move forward? I think you're having a hard time seeing the truth, Ace of Swords, because you're overwhelmed by the emotional pain here. I think you need to find some balance and time for yourself. I think that's what the message here is telling you. I think you need a timeout. You need a break. And I think I said this. Did I say this in another reading I did for you recently? I may have. There's something here about you needing a break. 10 minutes a day, 10 minutes a week. I mean, I don't think 10 minutes a week is enough because of what, I mean, you're going through something really toxic. If this is separation, like of a marriage or a business partnership that you have assets with, this is not good. This is fighting. This is backstabbing, betrayal. This is a lot. This is heavy. And for some of you, you've been dealing with this for up to the last year, and that Knight of Pentacles energy. For others of you, this pain just will not go away. And I think it's clouding your judgment here. I think you need time for yourself. I really do. I think you got to pour into your own cup. I don't know who this person is, a business partner or a love partner or even a spouse, but this is a highly toxic relationship. And if it wasn't toxic before, I think it was, but you didn't want to see it. And now that this is, you know, it's ending here, in the process of ending, I think you're discovering, Ace of Swords, more and more and more information. And I just think it's breaking your heart. I think you need a break, Libra. Again, 10 minutes a day, an hour a week, 2 hours. You got to do something on your own here. Got to find a babysitter for the kids. If you could trust your spouse with them, leave your kids. You need to go to the movies with a friend or by yourself. I did that after the divorce. It was weird. I'm not going to tell you it was weird. First 2 or 3 times walking to the movie theater. And then I realized, oh my God, I really love technology. I could buy a ticket online. I don't have to stand there in line by myself, because it can be a little, you know, emotionally overwhelming. That whole feeling of, oh my God, I am in this alone. Even if it's a choice you're making to leave, could still be, you know, emotionally devastating for you when you're confronted with the reality of standing in line in a movie theater. So I started to, you know what, I can pay for my ticket ahead of time. I could go to a movie theater where I order what I want and they bring it to my seat. I don't even have to stand in line by myself for popcorn and soda. And I found the movie theater probably 30 minutes from my house that does that. You need to get out and go to a movie theater by yourself. You need time to decompress. Funny movies only. Can't sit there crying for, you know, 90 minutes. That's no bueno. You got to do something good for yourself. You need to go for walks. You need to get on a bike. You got to go for a nice drive. You need to go to a town 20 minutes away that you haven't been to and just walk around for an hour in the downtown area and breathe a sigh of relief. You don't have to spend a penny. I'm not telling you to go into debt. You need balance in your life. This is effing heavy for me, and I'm your reader. And I think it's only through that balance that you're going to find the confidence to leave this person behind. Confidence that leads to freedom and growth. I think you're stuck in this because it's so emotionally overwhelming. And when something comes to an end, especially because of an act of betrayal that we did not create, or even in instances that we did, we still didn't expect the fallout to be this catastrophic, right? This is bad. This connection now has turned totally toxic. You're probably holding resentment for them and then for them for you, and it's not a good thing. So if you're living with this person, you need a break. The kids have to go somewhere if there's kids involved, and you need to be somewhere by yourself. I'm telling you, this is coming out so strong in your reading because you're stuck right now. And some of you are stuck in this because of financial concerns. And I get that. Maybe you have a lifetime of money with this person, or it's a business partner and you're like, God, I don't have enough money to buy them out. And I don't know, to ask them for money to buy out my share. Now we've got to get the, business assessed. If this is a divorce, now we've got to, get an appraiser for the house. You don't have to do anything right now. As of Wednesday, July 16th, 2025, all you have to do is allocate a certain period of time, either every day or every week, just for you. That's your message here. Before you can do anything else, because you're not thinking clearly. Once you can find that balance, because you're juggling way too much, you're still taking care of probably the job, responsibilities, home life, dealing with this person, maybe a kid, maybe multiple kids. You got to find time for yourself. We got to go from the Three of Pentacles to the Two of Pentacles. And look, life isn't always going to be the Two of Pentacles, right? But you at least got to make 1 or 2 hours a week where it is, where you feel balanced and at peace and at calm. And I think that's when you find the clarity and you'll know how to proceed forward from this. Ace of Cups, Nine of Wands, the Hangman. You don't know what you want here. Do I want new love? Do I want a renewal with this person? Do I want to do this again? I don't know. You need a break. Look at that, Four of Swords. You need a break. Four of Swords, the Hermit. Before you spin this Wheel of Fortune, World card, look at this. Before you end this connection, and it is ending. I hate to tell you that, it's ending. Been seeing it in your readings now for a while. It is ending, but you need to be on point and on your game with this ending, especially if it concerns children or finances or both. You need to be on your game. And the best way for you to be on your game is to create balance. No one's going to create balance for you here, Libra. You're going to have to pick yourself up by the bootstraps and create the balance for yourself. Trust me, I did it. I left a 24-year relationship, but I had to find the balance. And otherwise, he was going to end up bamboozling me in the divorce. And so I had to play it right. And the only way I could play it right was with a clear mind. Now, in the end, I didn't really ask for much, but I did want my half of the equity in the house. There were a couple other little personal possessions that I asked for, but I would not have been able to make that decision, what was truly best for me, if I would have been very clouded in judgment because of the heartache of the divorce, even though I'm the one who asked for it. So whether this is ending by force or by choice, my love, the message here is clear. You need to allocate time for yourself. Do something fun. Go for a manicure. Go for a pedicure. Like I said, go walking in a downtown area or in a mall. Like if you're in the Southern Hemisphere and it's winter, put on a nice coat. Find a nice mall. Just walk around. Window shop. You don't have to buy a damn thing. Just get out and experience something new. Go to a museum. Go to a movie theater. Do something that you like. Go for a drive in the country. Just take a freaking nap. Take a bubble bath. Do something nice for you. You need to be very clear-headed as this comes to an end. And then, my dear, you'll be able to spread your wings and move forward. But until then, we've got to rebalance the Libra collective. And it's going to begin with you. I can't do it for you. That's what I have for you, my love. That's your quick little energetic snapshot when it comes to your love life. I hope it was helpful. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Scorpio. Let's take a look at your love life as of Wednesday, July 16th, 2025. You have strength, determination, perseverance, and self-discovery. I like it. Apology, sorry, forgiveness through mutual understandings. I just did a reading. It was Mercury retrograde, and I said, they're coming back. I did. Okay, tell me more about this for Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Why is strength and apology here in respect to their love life? One more shuffle here. Thank you. First card out, my darling. Ace of Cups, Eight of Cups, Page of Cups, Six of Swords, Three of Pentacles, the World. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Cups, Five of Swords, Two of Swords. This person is not stopping. Ace of Wands, the Fool. 1 second, please. That's my person texting me. Sorry. Sorry about that, Scorpios. Most of you know he had some pretty major surgery and he's just recovering and saying goodnight before he goes to bed. So anyway, back to your reading. So I have here, this person's going to be very persistent with offering you this apology. This is someone, either you walked away from them, they walked away from you. Now for some of you, this is just emotional disconnection. Could be physical separation because maybe you don't, live in the same area. Maybe you live on opposite ends of the world, with that world card to the 8 of Cups. For others of you, you literally broke up with this person. Either way, there's an apology here coming in. It starts off small. First apology is small. Page of Cups, 6 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles. This is the, how have you been? Kind of like nothing really happened. Sorry, we haven't talked in a long time. Sorry, I haven't reached out before this. It's small. It does signify the separation or the ending or the distance. Like this person is mentioning that in this communication, small communication, but they are energetically making their way towards you in that 6 of Swords energy. So the communication here has something to do with either like the physical separation, the emotional separation, or maybe even the full, breakup, disconnection that you had. So there is a small mention of it, but it's light. And then we get to the more bigger, grander apology here. We go from Page of Cups to the Knight of Cups to the 5 of Swords. This person is very persistent. This is someone willing to fight for this connection, regardless of whatever heartache or heartbreak they caused, you both caused one another. This is someone coming in with an apology. I don't think you see this coming in the 2 of Swords. And I think when it does arrive, half of you aren't going to know what the hell to do with this person. 2 of Swords is the moon in Libra. And some of you are just not sure if you want to do this again. I have to be honest with you. Right before he texted me, I was going to say bottom of the deck is the Death card, which is you, to the 4 of Wands, to the 3 of Cups. This is going to be your call if you want to end this or you want to rebirth this. You want to heal this connection. You want to try to, go the distance, 10 of Pentacles, or you want to walk away from this person, 5 of Pentacles. The choice here is going to be yours. The message is pretty clear here. So I'm going to tell you this person's going to be persistent. We have an Ace of Cups and we have the Ace of Wands, which I really like because the last time I did the reading for you, I think it was the Mercury retrograde reading, and I had said to you, we don't have any aces, and this is a little problematic. 1, it was a collective reading. 2, it was a pretty short spread. I think maybe it was a 5 or 6 minute reading at the most. So when you're reading for the collective, there's not a lot you can draw out of a 78 card deck in that short time span. But now I feel like I'm kind of still talking to that same group of you. Like I've tapped into the same group of you. We now have the 2 aces on the table. The ace we're missing that I always want to see in reconciliation is the Ace of Swords. So that's not here. There's a small mention about whatever's been keeping the 2 of you apart. Emotional distance, physical distance, et cetera, or maybe the breakup here. They seem to ramp it up a bit. They're trying to get a little flirty here with that Ace of Wands. But again, I don't think you see any of this coming. I also don't think you see this person's persistence in wanting this new beginning with you. At the end of the day, it's going to totally be your call. If you want to, and I think this is more of an advice card here for you, when this person comes in with this apology, if you want to forgive this person, this needs to be mutual. And the only way we can have mutual forgiveness is if we are both on the same page. And the only way that we can have this clear understanding that we're both on the same page is if we have the conversation. They are not bringing the Ace of Swords to the table. They're bringing love and they're bringing passion. They're not bringing the truth. I'm not saying they're hiding anything from you, but they're a little reluctant here to want to discuss exactly what happened. So that's where you step in. You can bring the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles to the table. The 2 aces that are missing, they're coming with 2. You can come in with 2. That's fair and balanced to me. We're each, coming with a cup. That's for those of you where you want to reconcile. So I feel like the Strength card here is your advice. If you want to reconcile, you're going to have to you're going to have to meet this person halfway. And yeah, you might have to forgive them for some things, and they're going to have to forgive you as well. You're going to have to be determined to persevere and make sure that this person and you are on the same path. You can't wear the rose-colored glasses anymore. You know what I mean? You can't be like, oh, they're back, so everything's fine. Everything's not fine. You need to bring the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles to the table. That's what the message that I keep getting is. We need truth, we need clarity, we need vision, we need a plan towards the future. Virgo energy, Ace of Pentacles. We need systems, a path forward, and a plan. You need to be determined and very persistent that if I'm going to take you back, we both need to be on the same page. And this is for those of you who are taking this person back because the time apart has allowed you self-discovery. This is a time of introspection that you've had. And I think now you understand what you need, want, and desire out of a love connection. I don't think you're going to play it small. I think I said in that reading, I think we got the Empress to the Death card. And I said, oh, this is like Scorpio 2.0. So if you want this person back, they're coming back. It's up to you if you want to take them. But I think you need to take them back on your terms. That's just my advice. If you don't want this person back, you don't want to even chance it at all, you're like, F it, Jen, I don't want this person. I hear you. Yeah, you know, at the end of the day, you have the divine gift of free will. Then you need to have the strength to be determined and persevere because of the self-discovery you've had during separation to not take this person back. You can forgive someone and accept their apology without accepting them back into your life. And I had to do that, you know, once or twice in my life as well. So it can very well be. Thank you so much for the apology. It really helps with the closure. But I've already moved on, and I wish you well. Could be very short and sweet, just like that, if you want it. For those of you who want to rebirth the connection, the offer is coming in if it hasn't already. I'm just going to keep going back and saying it's up to you how this proceeds forward. If you put on the rose-colored glasses, you're going to have the same result that you had before. We're going to go 10 of Pentacles and crash and burn to the 5. That's what I have for you, my love. That's a little snapshot, energetic snapshot here when it comes to your love life. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, maybe just found them to be helpful or even hopeful, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Sagittarius. Let's take a look at your love life as of Wednesday, July 16th, 2025. We have divine timing. Everything has a higher purpose. Are you meeting a new soulmate? Resolving issues, solving inner conflict with others, healing past trauma. Okay, let's get into this. Tell me more about this here for Sagittarius. Why is divine timing and resolving issues in their energy here when it comes to their love life? Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. One more shuffle here. Thank you. First card out, my darling. 7 of Cups. Wheel of Fortune. Well, there's your divine timing. 8 of Swords. 5 of Swords. The Death card. King of Cups. I think in a Mercury retrograde reading I did for you, I was like 99% of you have a new person. 1% have the past person coming back, but 99% have a King of Cups. And look who just pops in again in your reading. King of Cups. I've done readings since that reading, and I've cleansed the deck probably 3 or 4 times since then. 2 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. That leaves Temperance, Hangman, Justice, and the Celestial Weaver here at the bottom of the deck. I know you've gone through a hard time. I know you're confused when it comes to love. You don't know what the hell to make of that last relationship you were in that seems to have crashed and burned. But in divine timing, and that's what's helping here, you have a new person coming in. This King of Cups to the 9 of Cups, this is a connection that can really go the distance and bring to you the 10 of Cups, emotional fulfillment. But there's something you got to do first. We've got to resolve an issue here. We've got a little cleanup on aisle 5. I feel like the cleanup in aisle 5 is and I'm just speaking like you, I don't think we completely processed the loss of this other connection. I don't really think we grieved it. I don't think we fully comprehend what happened. There's something here about solving that inner conflict that you had. Now, I'm going to say this to you. Please don't drop heat in the comment section. I just have to tell you what I'm feeling. I'm not telling you to call the past person who fucked you over. I don't know why I'm whispering. Like, YouTube is going to demonetize me one way or another. It's like, if I whisper, maybe their AI algorithm won't catch it when they check the video. But whatever. That's the 5-year-old in me. I know you're saying, I don't want to do this. I'm not going to pick up the phone and call the person who effed me over and say, hey, thanks a lot for ghosting me or putting me in a third party or, dismissing me from your life or breaking up with me or cheating or whatever you did. Thanks a lot. And by the way, I forgive you. I'm not telling you to do that, but you need to do that. Not call the person within yourself. There's a need here to resolve that issue within yourself. And that doesn't mean that you condone what this person did to you. And it doesn't mean you're forgiving them, right? It's not like you're calling them or writing them a letter or a text message. Gee, thanks so much for the chaos and the destruction that you caused in my life. But there's something here of having to go within and say, everything has a higher purpose. And I wouldn't be the Sagittarius I am today. And I wouldn't be on the brink of this very divinely orchestrated soulmate who's about to enter my life had I not gone through that. I wouldn't be the person I am today. I would not have been forged through fire had that person not been the person that they were. There was a divine higher purpose for me to be in that connection or maybe even a string of connections. And that's hard when you've been through stuff. Take it from me. I dated someone decades ago who, you know, was an addict. I didn't know it until I moved in with him. And next thing I know, he's coming home smelling like other women and perfumes and lipstick on the collar and the whole thing. And the moment I confronted him, he became very physically abusive. I had to resolve that within myself and forgive him for all the black and blues and throwing things at me and fracturing my collarbone against the base of a bathtub. I had to forgive him, which consequently now is why I wear the off-the-shoulder shirts, because I own that. It's like, that's how I took it back. It's just how I resolved it within myself. There's something here about healing that past trauma by forgiving that person, not condoning what they did. Sorry, I got to check that. Sorry about that, Sag. He's recovering, so I don't get to talk to him much. He's usually in bed fairly early, so to get a text message from him at this hour, I just wanted to make sure he's okay, and he is. He's just saying goodnight again for like the third time in 20 minutes. But anyway, I wanted to get back to this. It's important for you to understand why that person was in your life. You got to look at, I would not have been able to glean all of that information that I gleaned and become the Sagittarius that I am today, and really understand what true love is, had I not been in that connection or the past connections. And for that, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for making me realize what real love is, because it's about to enter my life. And I otherwise would have probably not recognized it or even had the opportunity to meet this person had you not been such an asshole in my past. They're literally, and again, you don't have to say this to the person, and I strongly advise that you don't, but I do think you need to resolve this inner trauma, this inner healing, by really becoming at peace and understanding that what you went through, you were meant to go through. I know it's a terrible thing. Take it from me as a survivor. I get it, but that's our only path forward in life. Otherwise, you're going to be 8 of Swords, trapped in what this person did to you forever. And the divine could keep sending you one King of Cups or Queen of Cups after another, after another, after another. If you're not healed and ready, those relationships are going to crash and burn as well, because you're carrying old baggage, old trauma into the new connection. So there's definitely something here about loving yourself enough, 9 of Cups, to be at peace with the past. So when you enter this new connection, 2 of Pentacles, you're balanced and you're ready to 3 of Pentacles, really lay a new solid foundation here with this person. This person's coming in like within the next month. I think this is why this is so clearly coming out in your messages. It's like, all right, time to do a little cleanup in aisle 5 and get ready for this person. So that's what I have for you, my love. This is all coming together in divine timing. I love it. That's what I have for you, Sagittarius. Quick little energetic snapshot there for you in respect to your love life. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Capricorn. Let's take a look at your love life as of Wednesday, January 16th, 2025. We have embrace. Find peace with your current state of being. I love it. It's a very warm lover's embrace here. Then you have decisions, the need to gain clarity through decision making. Okay. Tell me more about this here for Capricorn. Why is embrace and decisions here in regards to their love life? Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. One more shuffle here. Thank you. First card out, Ace of Swords, the Moon, 5 of Cups, 8 of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, 3 of Cups. Bottom of the deck, 3 of Swords, Page of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. That leaves the Page of Swords, the Star card, 7 of Swords to the 7 of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. Okay, this is in regards to your love life. I think you have a lot of love for this individual. I think you find them highly attractive, highly intelligent. I think when you're with this person, it's a party. 3 of Cups. I think you get along. I think you like going out and doing things or just being together. I think when you're separated, you feel like the 5 of Cups. I feel you feel lonely. You feel empty. So it's almost like you go back and forth. It's like a high and low. When you're with them, it's 3 of Cups. When you're without them, it's 5 of Swords. I think it takes a lot of work for you to stay in this connection. I think it's a very emotional connection for you with the Moon card. There's also a lot of unknowns. I don't know why this coming together and going apart continues to happen, but that's what I'm getting here. And I think because of that, it's a very emotional connection for you. I do think that you're about to find something out here, or maybe some of you already have. Queen of Wands, Page of Pentacles, and the 3 of Swords. I think you're about to find out something. I don't know if you catch this person in a lie. They lie by omission. Maybe you have an argument and they do or say something here that's a little heartbreaking. But then I see you here in the Queen of Wands needing to take action now on what just transpired or this newfound information. The Queen is sitting here with her head on her hand like, what the hell do I do about this now? So I think this is a decision that you're either in the process of needing to make or you soon will be needing to make. And some of you are going to need some clarity before you make the decision. I think this is a highly passionate, sexually charged relationship for you. But there's a decision here that you're going to need to make. And because it's an energetic snapshot, like half of you are already dealing with this, and the other half you're about to deal with this, probably with probably a little closer to the new moon in Leo on July 24th. Tell me more about the moon here. Going to get 3 cards on the moon. One more shuffle here. Thank you. 4 of Wands, 9 of Wands, 2 of Swords. Why is the 3 of Swords here? Why is the 3 of Swords here? One more shuffle. Thank you. 3 of Swords is clarified by the Hierophant. 7 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords. Bottom of my deck, Queen of Swords, Knight of Cups, 4 of Pentacles. Got a couple of messages here, okay? Just take what resonates. For some of you, you really want a long-term commitment with this person. I don't know why they can't offer it to you at this time. Maybe they're a commitment phobe. Maybe they need to get out of another connection. Maybe you do. I don't know. Maybe you just started dating them 6 months ago and the person's just not ready. But there's something here about having highs and lows. When you're together, it's amazing. When you're apart, you kind of start to emotionally unravel. In that respect, you're going to have to make a decision. Because I don't know how long you've been with this person or how long you've been waiting for the relationship to get to a higher level. Hierophant to the 7 of Pentacles to the 8 of Swords could be like, I've been thinking about marrying this person for a long time. They're not on the same page and it's breaking my freaking heart. Or they're not ready and it's breaking my freaking heart. For some of you, that's what that is. And it's you having this realization now of, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to do this. Like wait for this person to become, committed to me. I do think it's a passionate relationship, and that's why it's so difficult for you to make this decision. But the 9 of Wands, it's like we have highs and lows, highs and lows. It's a repetitive pattern here. In that respect, you're going to need to make a decision. Either you are going to accept the situation for what it is and give this person whatever time it is that they need for whatever reason, why they need it. And then you're going to have to find comfort in that and say, okay, it is what it is right now. I can't change it. No sense being stuck up in my head about it and worried all the time and feeling heartbroken. I love me. I love me. Yeah, okay. I love me. I love them and they love me too. Okay. And there's something here like that. Like I just need to be resolved that this is the relationship the way it is right now. I can't make it move any faster. This person needs more time, again, for whatever reason. And I'm just going to accept that. And when we're together, I'm going to enjoy being together. And when we're not together, I'm going to find other things to do. 8 of Pentacles to the Ace of Wands. I'm going to learn a new skill, expand upon a current skill that I have. I'm going to go out with friends. I'm going to make friends. I'm going to focus on me. I'm going to learn how to play the guitar. I'm going to watch a funny movie. There's something here like that. Like if you're going to accept that you and this person are this is just where we're at. You want marriage or long-term commitment and they don't, for whatever reason, they can't give it to you right now, then you're going to have to find other things to do when you are apart from this person. So you're not emotionally crashing every time there's some distance between you and them. That's message number 1. Message number 2. For those of you where you're in this relationship and this person is in another connection, the feeling that I get here is like you want it all with this person, but they're tied up in another relationship. You're going to have to, very similarly to group number 1, you're going to have to make the decision, can you wait for them to leave that person? I'm not going to condone or condemn third party. It's not my place. I'm just your tarot reader. I'm not judge and jury here. But there's something here very similar to message number 1. When we're together, it's the highs. When we're not, it's the lows because they're going home to someone else. You're going to have to get really clear if they're leaving that other person. You're going to need some tangible proof here, if that's what's taking place, because this is really beginning to emotionally deplete you. I know you love this person. I know you want a future with them. I know there's a lot of sexual passion here. The Embrace card to the Ace of Wands. I mean, this is mucho fuego here when the two of you are together. Queen of Wands is on the table, the phallic symbol. I mean, I need not go further, but this person's going to have to give you some Page of Pentacles factual proof that they're moving towards separation here in order to be with you. And I say that because I got a bunch of threes on the table, and Queen of Wands sometimes, especially when the Hierophant card comes out, could very well be like the other woman or other man. Again, I'm not going to condone or condemn what you're experiencing, but I do think you're going to need some tangible proof here just to get out of your own head so you can feel better about the weight. Then I have a very specific message for those of you who are married. I feel like there's a possibility here. Only take this if you know this for sure or you already have an intuitive hit. Please do not, X out of this reading and go accuse your person of doing something they're not doing. For those of you where you are in a long-term committed marriage with this person, I think it's time that you sit down, again, only if you know or only if you have the very strong intuitive hit. It's time you sit down and talk to this person about what they're doing when they're not home. There's something else going on here. Either they're spending money on situations, environments, and connections that they should not be spending money on, or they literally have someone else. Again, please don't accuse your partner of that, but if you have intuitively have been suspecting something, or you know for certain that this is kind of playgirl, playboy kind of person that you're married to or you're with, there's a need here to sit down and talk about the possibility of third-party interference. And again, third party could be another woman, another man, or your person is spending money on things they should not be spending money on. They're going out to lunch with the boys. They're buying, lunch for 30 guys at the golf club, like that kind of thing. They're going out with the girls. They're paying for the whole thing. They're picking up the tab for lunch, and then we're going to get our manicures done, and we're charging up the credit cards for 10 girls to get their nails done. There's something like that going on behind the scenes. That's only for those of you married or you have shared financial resources with this person. There's something here where they're spending pentacle energy, time, love, money, etc., on something else outside of this connection with you, and you don't know about it. You can't see it. Maybe you have separate finances, and so you don't really know what they're spending their money on, but there's a need here to have an honest conversation, Ace of Swords to the Queen of Swords, about what the hell is going on when Capricorn isn't in the room. And you need some clarity in order to make a decision if that's the type of behavior you're going to continue to tolerate. But until you get that clarity, I don't think you can make that decision. So 3 different groups of you there. Take those messages how they resonate to you. But that's what I have for you right now in respect to your love life, Cappy. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Aquarius. Let's see a little energetic snapshot now when it comes to your love life as of Wednesday, July 16th, 2025. We have be open to change. Be receptive to new experiences. Change leads to growth. And then we have twin flame, the spiritual connection between you and your twin flame. Whoa. All right. Tell me more about this here for Aquarius. Why is be open to change and twin flame here in their energy in respect to their love life? Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. One more shuffle here. Thank you. First card out, Page of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, 4 of Wands, Ace of Cups, the Star, the Emperor, bottom of the deck, the Death card, the 9 of Wands, and the Strength. That leaves King of Cups, the Hermit, 3 of Cups, King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Aquarius, let me plug that in before it dies on us. Sorry about that, Aquarius. Let's get back to your reading here. So in respect to your love life, I think that you are conversing here with an individual. I feel like in this person, you see stability or you have stability with them. For some of you, you have a home with this person, like maybe you share a residence with them, or that could be something that you desire. I feel like this person is your wish fulfillment, whether they are the Emperor or the Empress, I don't know. That's up to you. I don't read body parts. But I do see here a rebirth in this connection. And I think that's why you need to be open to change. So I'm speaking to those of you where you're currently in a relationship. Maybe you're married to this person. Maybe you share a home. This person is your wish fulfillment. You are their wish fulfillment. But maybe there's something here that needs a little bit of a change. Maybe, this person is your divine counterpart. They are your soulmate. But there could be something here about needing to inject a little bit of spice into the relationship, if you know what I mean. Maybe a little bit of love here. The King of Cups, the Hermit, the Three of Cups, you know, the King of Wands. There could be some injection, no pun intended, of romance, of love when it comes to the relationship. Also, King of Cups is an individual, whether, again, you're masculine or feminine, is an individual who performs acts of love for their partner, the service of love. So making their coffee how you know they like it, you know, those types of little things. Bringing flowers to them without them having to ask for it. Preparing the meal that they like for dinner. So I feel like for those of you, you've been in a long-term committed relationship, you converse well with this person, everything is going well in the connection. There really are no problems, but maybe it's grown a little bit stuck and stagnant. We kind of do the same thing every day. You know what I mean? Wake up at the same time, same routines, et cetera, et cetera. There could be something here about needing the strength and the perseverance to think a little bit outside of the box, Page of Pentacles energy, and find a new way to inject a little bit more of love and romance and more of like acts of service of love for your person. Then I have another group of you. I have a group of you where you are in a connection that has grown stuck and stagnant. It's very routine, and you have another individual. This other individual is your wish fulfillment. You converse with this person regularly. However, you have not been able to make the full move towards them because you need to end another connection here. In that respect, you need to be open to change. Change leads to growth, and you can't saddle both of these individuals. Now, if you're a cross watcher for Aquarius, please do not, you know, X out of this reading and accuse your person of having another person. Not every Aquarius or Aquarius placement has another person. I'm speaking specifically to an Aquarius where you know that you have two people. There's something here about, you know, there's a need here to end one of these connections so you can be fully devoted to the other one who you're seeing here as your spiritual counterpart. And then I have a third group of you. I have a third group of you where you are desiring love. You're single, you'd love to meet a divine counterpart, twin flame or soul flame, however you want to call that, to the Emperor would be someone that you see as your equal, as your match. You're open to love. You're kind of wishing upon a star for this person. You want a rebirth in love, but you're not actively out there like looking for this person. You're not out in the 3D. You don't have a dating profile set up. So in that respect, I need to ask you, how do you expect to meet this person? If you're sitting in your house and you're single and your, you know, windows and doors are closed and you're shuttered in and you want this person, unless you go out there into the 3D world and connect with people, or like I said, get a dating profile, how would you meet this person? So 3 very distinct groups of you. All 3 of you need to be open to change. If you're currently in a connection, everything is great, but it's gotten a little too routinish and boring. There's a need here to be open to change and to ignite a little magic and inject a little bit more of love and passion, no pun intended, into the connection. For others of you, you have 2. There's a need here for you to close out one so you can move forward with the other, with whomever it is here that you're seeing as a divine counterpart and as your soulmate and your wish fulfillment. And then that third group of you, you're single, you're burning the sage and lighting the candles and doing all of your manifestation rituals. And you're like, please bring me my person. But active manifestation means not only hoping and praying, but literally utilizing all 4 aces of the magician to literally apply pentacle energy, time, love, money, commitment, etc., into finding that person or making that manifestation a reality. So that is what I have for you. Love is on the docket, whether you're partnered, whether you have 2 people, whether you're single, but it is going to create, it is going to require the creation of you being open to change and doing some things differently. Again, whether that means performing or coming up with new ways to show your partner that you love them, you know, getting maybe even a little bit out of your comfort zone to do that. For others of you, choosing one if you have 2, and then that third group of you where you're desiring love, but you're really not putting any energy into finding a person. It's time that you actually put that energy into work to find that person, because that individual is out there waiting for you. That's what I have for you, Aquarius, in a little quick snapshot there in respect to your love life as of Wednesday, July 16th, 2025. If you liked any of those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Pisces. Let's take a look at your love life as of Wednesday, July 16th, 2025. We have boundaries. Know when to put up and let down your walls. And then you have overcoming obstacles. Get back on your feet. Gain strength from difficult situations. All right. So a 2-card pull here from the deck for Pisces. This is going to apply to timeline 1 and timeline 2. Those of you holding on to a connection you need to let go of, and those of you already in a connection or on the precipice of entering a new connection. So kind of feel like this is going to cover the entire breadth there, if you will, of the Piscean collective. So tell me why boundaries and overcoming obstacles is here for Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. One more shuffle. Thank you. First card out, Two of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, the Fool. Queen of Swords, the Magician, King of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Pentacles, Judgment, Eight of Wands. I love this. That leaves the Six of Wands, Strength, Three of Pentacles here, Sun card, best card in the deck, right? It's the Disneyland of cars. Disneyland of cards, not cars. Although maybe you have a very nice car or you're on the precipice of buying one or your person is. All right, let's get back to your reading here, my love. For those of you clinging to a relationship that needs to go, there's a need here for you to put up some very high boundaries with this person, to accept the fact that this connection is coming to an end, and to work very hard, Eight of Pentacles energy, to get back on your feet, to find a way out of this relationship, or to find ways to overcome obstacles that are keeping you trapped in the connection. There's something here about you gaining or regaining your strength while you're going through this difficult ending, and you're on the precipice of this new beginning. You need to see things very clearly. You are not able to manifest this person to stay in your life. Their path has now opened up. They need to go in another direction, as do you. So there's a judgment call here that's needed for those of you still clinging. And the judgment call here is, this is no longer working. It's closing out, either by force or by choice. You need to see it very clearly. Understand that in time, when you're through the process of healing, in a good way through the process of healing, you will be able to manifest the love life partner that you're desiring. It will come in quite quickly when you're done with this. You will have victory in love. There is someone here on your path that you do have the potential of having 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles with. So don't stay stuck in a connection out of fear of, I'm not going to be able to find the one. You do. They're already on path for you. In fact, they're kind of waiting for you. Second message, for those of you where you've already broken free, you're either in another connection or you're on the precipice of entering a new connection. There's a need here for you to not forget the lessons of the past. You can heal the trauma, leave the trauma in the past, leave that person energetically in the past, but you can't forget the lessons. You can't walk into the new relationship or exist in the current connection that you're in blindfolded, wearing rose-colored glasses, not wanting to see the red flags, you know what I mean, ignoring that. You learned a lot when it comes to love. You're almost a master in that Eight of Pentacles card. So for those of you on the precipice of the new, or like I said, you're already in a connection here, there's a need here for you to know how to regulate those boundaries. And boundaries for me, I hate using the word boundaries, but for me, it always comes down to vulnerability. You have to know when you can be vulnerable within a connection and with who, and when you shouldn't be vulnerable. And that all comes through the ability to see things very clearly. No more rose-colored glasses. We're going to leave that with the past person. They can wear them from now on. Moving forward, we need to, Queen of Swords, see things very clearly. For those of you where you're currently in a connection, you could be having a little bit of difficulty here with your person. I think there's a need here for you to overcome some obstacles in the connection. I want to see what that is. For the Pisceans currently in a connection where there are some obstacles, tell me about these obstacles here. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the Hierophant, we have the King of Pentacles, and we have the Six of Cups. Okay, if you're currently in a connection, rose-colored glasses here, Seven of Cups, you feel like you found your soulmate. Queen of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. You feel like, this is my person. I just started dating them, maybe within the last 6 months. I want to move forward. Hierophant, lock them in, marry them. No. No, I don't think your person is ready. For others of you, it's the other way around. Your person feels like you're the one, and you may very well be. But there could be a little pressure from them to like rush into marriage, and this is telling you, slow down. So whether it's you who's moving too quickly or them trying to move too quickly, I feel like that could be a challenge for some of you right now in the connection. I don't think the answer here is to break up with the person. I have no cards here, and I'm not energetically feeling any of that either. But there's a need here for us to be very real about this connection. Seven of Cups to the Lovers. You probably haven't been dating long enough to enter that type of long-term committed relationship. So if it's you moving a little too fast, there's a judgment call here that needs to be made. We need to slow things down a bit. And if it's the other person pressuring you, there's an honest conversation here that needs to be had, that I love you and I love where we're at and where we're going, but I'm just not ready for a long-term commitment. And again, if this is your person, they're going to understand that, and they're going to slow things down. For others of you, you are about to meet a new person. You're totally single, you're free and clear, you're about to meet a new person. But there's an obstacle here in the way of you meeting the new person. So for my single Pisces, what is this obstacle in meeting the new person? I see them on path here for you. I don't know if there's some cleanup to do here with the King of Cups, an ex, whether that's masculine or feminine. There might be something like that here needing to be done. Tell me more about this. One more shuffle. Thank you. We've got Five of Pentacles, Page of Cups, and the Eight of Swords. Yeah, bottom of that, Queen of Wands. So for some of you, you have something here to wrap up with a past person. That's not going to be for all of you. I don't know if this is a divorce, separation of finances. It could even be in respect to children, maybe like alimony or visitation schedules. Something here needs to be worked out. And there's a need here for you to work this out before you enter the new relationship. And the reason for that is you don't want to bring in all of this baggage into the new connection. The new connection should be about you and your new person, and not about what's going on. Now, I'm not telling you not to mention your kids or issues you're having with your ex and stuff in terms of alimony, child support, visitation. I mean, those are things you should be vulnerable about and able to share with the new person. But I would kind of say to wrap this up before you enter the new relationship. So for those of you on the, like, you're really going to meet this person very soon. I want to say like within the next 8 days, like 8 to 9 days, where you're totally single, but you're still clearing up this other stuff. I would just tell this person, you need to take it slow. You're overcoming some obstacles in respect to the connection that you just left. We're still dividing up resources, right? Where there's still discussions about visitation. Eight of Swords, blindfolded. I don't really know when this is going to end. Like, be honest with that person. I'm still overcoming some obstacles with the connection I'm in the process of exiting. I don't have any, love for this person. It's not my intention to be with this person, but you need to be honest that I don't know how ready I am for a long-term committed partner, even though I do desire that at some point in the future. Right now, I'm a little too focused on this. And again, if that's your person, you're a person or you're a new person, then there's just, they're going to understand. And if they don't, then that's just not the person for you. But you kind of need to wrap this up first. I want to get 3 cards of advice here for Pisces. So regardless if this is group 1, group 2, group 3, what's the advice here? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Your advice, the Emperor, the Two of Wands, and the Hermit. I like that. Ace of Wands. Proceed with caution. That's all. You're closing out the other connection because you've been clinging for a while. You're going to have to take the reins and take control. How do you want this to move forward? How do you want the divination of assets to go? Or, child support or child custody or whatever. You're going to have to do a lot of soul searching when it comes to this ending and your new beginning. You have a whole new chapter of your life here opening up, and you need to be very clear-minded and logical about how you're going to pursue that new beginning. For those of you, you're already, in a connection, like I said, there's a need here for you to not rush it. Again, how do you see this a relationship moving forward? And then do some soul searching. If you're not ready or they're not ready, it doesn't mean you got to blow up the whole relationship. Just take it a lot slower. Stay at the Three of Pentacles. There's victory in the Three of Pentacles in a new relationship. Enjoy the small wins. Get to know one another. Build a very firm foundation in this relationship, because the last time you thought you had a firm foundation, you didn't. So don't wear the rose-colored glasses like you got a second chance, third chance, whatever it is in love. Just kind of do it right. You don't have to rush anything. And for those of you where you're single and you want to meet a new person, but you got some cleanup to do with the past relationship, again, just be very honest with this person. I don't know how ready I am in the Two of Wands to proceed forward, because I need to be a responsible adult here and clear up some of these things with this past person that I'm, still in the process of breaking things off from. I'm on the precipice of a new beginning, but I can't rush it because these are some important matters that I have to deal with. That's what I have for you, Pisces. That's a quick little snapshot for you when it comes to love as of Wednesday, July 16th, 2025. Remember, it's a collective general reading. Just take what fits and leave what doesn't. But if you liked any of those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, or maybe just found them to be helpful or even hopeful, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, Pisces, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.